What's going on, AT? It's Jerry Smith, and we're going to be doing some card pulls. In preparation for this video, I accidentally clicked the wrong button, and we're already into our first Mythic pull right at the start of the video. So we have some options here. Let's go ahead and check out health. It looks like lowest health is actually going to be Peter, but he does have some sturdy on him. I think I might go with Peter. I use him more than Linda? Do I? I don't know. I'm going to go with Peter. I'm going with Peter. That's what my gut says. That's what we're doing. Okay, so officially I had 11. Now we have 10. We're going to be doing probably 4 more. We'll do 4 more of the Mythic stones, Super Mythic stones. We'll do all of the Mythic objects, and then we're going to drain through everything else that we got here and catch up a little bit. So let's start off with Wonder Warp tokens. Is just hop into it. The last time that you saw me, I guess heard my voice and watched my videos, if you were actively keeping up, was in Stewie Melee. I think I made it to day 3, ended up hurting my back really bad, to the point that it was pretty much just putting me out of commission. Beth was taking care of baby Morty and pretty much doing it as a single mom because I just could not, function in any way and matter, and I put a lot of time and energy into just trying to recoup and get back and recover, and I was able to bounce back within a few weeks, but that was obviously some long weeks for her. So I am doing much better, feeling good, standing tall, walking around, picking up things that maybe I shouldn't be picking up, but I am feeling pretty much 100% in that regard. Then we had the month of December where I was thinking about hopping back, but we had some controversy with Kong, and that was just making it more dramatic. And then B, also my wife Beth apparently decided to catch some COVID because 'tis the season. So I was then taking the reverse there, acting as a single dad while she quarantined away and took the bedroom, and I was just constantly doing baby stuff nonstop. So there's been some hurdles, but overall, everyone's happy, healthy, doing fine now, and we're into the new year, hopefully on a good track, and that's the same vibes I can wish for you. Things get messy, things get busy, work gets crazy, you get through it, just gotta find your way out the other side. So that's what's been going on. I think besides that, I do want to also just, address that I think I've just been really struggling with the game lately because it was a really long summer. The show battleground effects were awful. I think I might have repeated some of the things that I've said in the past, and I apologize if this is all just kind of repetition. But for anyone who isn't up to speed, hey, Billy Finn, finally, is this the first leg we got? I think it might have been that, or I just powered through it. But how many more do we got? This is the last one. Let me pause, claim all of the other rewards so I can get more Wonder Warp tokens, and then I'm going to come back and we'll keep talking about the frustrations with the game and what happened over the last summer and where I am right now. I'll BRB. Yeah, we're back. We got 10 more pulls going in, so let's go ahead and get those rolling. So let's recap a lot. Beginning of summer, they're like, show battleground effect. I was just like, that's cool. I'm actually excited. Change it up a little bit. Spice things up. That's all right. I like it. I made a joke to the devs. I was just like, yo, do Archer next. I got so many gold turds. Go ahead and do that, because then I can just scoop all of my Archer cards, and it's a small pool. What I didn't understand is that they were thinking about doing all of the battleground effects as shows, one after another, repeatedly, and that sucked. It was fun at first, and the second one I was okay. The third one I think was Archer, and I was like, fine. And then after that, I hated every single instance of it, and it was just drudgery getting through it. Yeah, I've made it very clear, and I've said to the devs as much. I don't know why you didn't take some cool aspect of changing up the game and add it into the mix casually once in a while to just give some flavor to the game and spice things up, instead of just the normal battleground effects. But laying them all on one after another makes you never want. I know it's probably gonna happen again, and I never want to see it again. I will never be excited for that. So that was that. Oh, what are we doing next? We don't want to go through all. Well, I can't even do that because, and this is actually the reason I have to do card pull. I was full up on my Wonder Warp tokens, and then I also have this crazy thing where I can't recycle any cards because I'm over my gigawatt. slots. So I'm paralyzed until I either lose resources actively, which is just the Wonderwurf tokens as I play events, or I have to go and do these card pulls and clean everything out and then kind of refresh from there. So we are going to hop in, do these greater epic zones, which, wow, we got 72. We're going to try to rush through these as fast as possible while I keep talking here. So, did the battleground effects. That was a lot. They also mentioned on the Discord channel, hey, like, we're thinking about doing 3 traits, like boosted traits for a battleground effect instead of 2. But I heard that as instead of like addicted, well, I guess no longer addicted, now hyper. Instead of like armed, educated, something like that, they were just going to buff 3 traits. So I was like, oh, let's do that. That would be cool. Like what would that look like if just punch was buffed? If just like motivate was buff? There we go. Like, I think that would be a cool approach. So I was just like, yeah, let's try that and see how it goes. Like that feels like a real cool way to like reinvent how we do this game in a very simple way. I was wrong. They obviously applied to the Family Guy battleground effect 3 traits, and that was miserable. Then they went and changed Arena, which, you know, I've been in conversations saying that the top of Arena is stagnant and it's BS that people can climb and then park. So there was some issues that were addressed with this update. But it is also terrible. I do like the free gifts that you get just from climbing, but I hate how terrible climbing is, and I honestly just have no patience for the arena anymore. I don't know if it just came at the wrong time because I was already exhausted from all the show battleground effects and just like getting my ass kicked with the Family Guy battleground effect. That was just a shit show. But then when the arena change came, I just had no patience for it. And honestly, I still struggle. Karaoke, one of the new ones. Let's go. From the Family Guy battleground effect. Fun fact. Speak of the devil. And then, yeah, I think beyond that too. If you look back at my last box pull, it was the Farnsworth 1940s Farnsworth box, and that. I put a lot into it, like an unreasonable amount, and it didn't pay off at all. It was the most frustrating. So like, there was definitely a lot that went on in the game, unique to me, and just timing wise that I think was really poor. You know, I hurt my back and I was just kind of over it, and my priorities were right in front of me, and I realized that this game was absolutely not one of them. So I pushed it aside and just worked on me and work and family and tried to get the fundamentals in order so I can feel a little bit better about where I was going in life. Beyond that, I will be honest, I took a little bit of my free time, which I don't have much of, if I'm completely honest, but I've gotten a lot more into like AI kind of things, I guess. So I'm doing like AI work or projects for work, and then I'm also just doing like some fun stuff and like AI generation and just trying to keep up on the whole field, because I do think that it is something that is emerging, coming up, evolving, and if the industry is something I would like to be part of, I would like to make sure that I'm plugged in and it doesn't leave without me. So I've also just been lobbying professionally on that part, but also personally and interest wise. So there's been a few factors in play. I know I've missed some drama. Click addiction, there we go. I know there was the whole gem thing across the board. There was, I forget what the actual, like, it wasn't technically gem loading, but it was just buying currency, like it was buying gems through an official party, through their actual accounts using their own credit cards. So it's not like things we've seen in the past, but it was still for a fraction of what you'd normally pay. So it was like, I don't know for sure, because I've only read this and I'm doing this per memory, so I might get some details wrong, and I'm sorry if I do, but it's like $5 you're spending to get 10,000 gems, which is normally $100. Sheldon, getting some good perps here. So I think that put I got a lot of outreach on that, actually, and I did do a few surveys just to see what the temperament was. Actually, it seemed like a lot of people weren't as plugged into the issue as I thought, despite the outreach really seeming like it was. So I think it's interesting. I understand that Kong was in a hard place because it's not technically in the rules. They gave everyone a week off, which I think sets a terrible example because if you're going to do something, like, don't make it so laughable. Krieger, what up? Um, I don't know. But I really struggle with that. Like, I remember, this is probably a good way I can set this because I want to be tactful here. Uh, we are all a part of the same system and trying to keep things fair. I get that is totally what makes this game balanced, and you already have the imbalance because free to play and pay to play. I know that I obviously lean one way or another on that one. You tell me which, but I actually haven't been paying. I've been free to play almost since that Farnsworth box. If I'm being completely honest, I don't. I think I've maybe dropped like $20 since then. It's been bad, or good, depending on what is right. Probably good. Um, but yeah, I think if I can just frame this, when I was in high school, I remember reading the rules and realizing that there was a rules about detention. If you got detention, you would go and you would serve it. But if you didn't serve it, they would give you a 3-hour detention. And then if you didn't serve your 3-hour detention, I think they had like two, I think it went one detention, two detentions, a 3-hour detention if you didn't show up any of those, an in-school suspension. But if you didn't go to your in-school suspension and you ditched or something along those lines, it would be automatically escalated to an out-of-school suspension. And I never went to a detention. I never once did because immediately I was just like, wait, you're going to give me the day off school? Like, keep getting me in trouble. Like, what do you mean? And by the time I actually got an in-school suspension, like, sprung on me one day, I was 18, and by that time I actually was able to call myself out, my own situation, I guess. So I walked up to the attendance office and I just walked out, and it was just like, well, I'm not doing it. And then I got an out-of-school suspension the next day, which was great because it was 2 days off, and I didn't care all that much about school at the time. I do much better now, and I took education much more seriously as I got older. So there was some things there, but that's kind of what happened here. A very small subset of people saw in the rules a way that they could technically not break the rules, but find ways to bypass them. I know at the end of the day, it creates that imbalance. It sucks because they got so many tanky decks, and they were all isolated on these small teams. But, I see the gray area, and I kind of get where Kong is coming from. I honestly wish that they just like did less because they created more drama than it needed to be. They should have just fixed the gap, closed it off, make sure it didn't happen, not give anyone any like leeway or advance notice, and then reach out to everyone and let them know that this happens, and if it ever happens again, there will be consequences because there's an update to the terms. I don't know. That's a lot. So that was me just kind of riffing here for a bit. I don't even think I was clicking cards. Is there any more? No, there isn't. I normally never show my refills, but there they are. I'm in a different level of caring right now, so we're going to scroll down and get to these super epic packs. Admittedly, pissed about the whole thing at first. The more I learned, the more I became torn about it. And now, in hindsight, I feel like I have enough insight to have no clue how to feel about it. So that's where I am. I apologize if that doesn't align with you. I know some people are still really mad about it, and I get that. I'm not trying to devalue that or say that it's wrong. I'm just saying that it is a really weird fine line that this situation happened in, and I think it was just fumbled the whole way through. So, okay, let's move on to other things. Let's get these quad epic stones out of the way. We get 2. Let's see if we get them perp. I almost never do. It's happened twice since I've been recording in the last year, and that's the only 2 that have ever been perp my entire time playing, which is since the first month the game launched. Continued. By the way, those have not been available since the game originally launched, so I don't know when they were officially available, but that's a thing. Character stones, get 7 out of those way. Hank, you know what? Oldie, but I still need him. I don't have like a full 12 collection, I don't think. Stan, I love him. I think I'm pretty full on Stan, actually. Surprisingly, I wanted to get Stan and Bob up. Pam, let's go. And both of those I was able to fill. Ray, I have enough, but obviously they're unquadded and unfused. Hermes, I have barely any on. Teddy, not a moment too late on that one. Didn't we just have Teddy Melee? Or am I making that up? Stewie. And that was the last one that you've seen. Melee-wise. Okay. I think we're going to go with the super legs, and then we're going to upgrade some stuff, and then I'll be right back, and we're getting mythics. We're going to get there. But we get 39 of these. My approach here is probably not going to be like it has been in the past. Normally, what I would always suggest doing is going in and finding what you can quad, what is most strategic for your deck, what builds a better balance. Wherever you're weakest, you want to fill those gaps so you have some coverage. If you're really weak on an animal battleground effect happens and you're going to have no cards. So fulfill that gap. Me, personally, I'm in a weird spot where I feel like I'm just going to rush through these. So we're going to do it less strategic than I normally would, and I might re-roll a little carelessly. I apologize. I'm in a weird spot with the game. I really struggle here because I want to create quality content. I'm going to go with Brett. I want to create quality content with you, but also I'm just struggling to love the game like I used to. And it sucks because I've loved this game for so long. I've like I said, since the first month the freaking game was launched. Oh, karaoke. That's new. So it's like when I feel this way and I'm just like, some days I just don't give a shit. Like I don't do my refill and non-refill like plays like I always should. Like I always tell people to do, because that is one of the best ways. Like it's a simple task, but the more rewards you get, the more you level up on those, the more powerful you get. It's slowly building towards what you're hoping for. So as much as I believe those things, and if you are a player that is totally into the game and wants to really build up and kind of grow a deck into a more powerful place, then that's what you should do. But I'm not having it lately, so I'm just kind of feeling a little careless and a little lax about this. I'm not even working on making quads, to be honest. Otherwise, I'd be checking each one and being like, all right, what's going to be a quad here? I'm just kind of picking whatever's newest. Specifically, this one's not about being new. It's Presidential Penis Museum. Who wouldn't want that? Obviously. Cutie Patooties. Some of these I do know. Like that one, 100% it would have been Cutie Patooties no matter what. This one, yeah, it's a little harder. It'd either be Dia Power or Nurse. I'm just going to do Dia Power. I don't use Natalia all that much. And I guess just to kind of wrap back to what I was saying too, you know, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going to land. I'm trying to give it a little bit more time to see if I can find that spark again. If the game gets better, they keep working in the right direction and hopefully fix some of the damage that they've done. Then you know, I want to keep recording and I want to keep doing things. But if I can't get that spark again, I might be on the way up. I don't think this is going to be the last video, because if that officially happens, I'd probably want to actually make it official and have another card pull to talk about that. So bear with me, but I don't think I'm going to be jumping right back into clashes right away. No. I want that. So we're gonna keep it in this a little bit of gray area right now for full transparency. I love you. I appreciate you've been watching. I appreciate anyone who's been along on this journey, because I've been doing this for a year, and honestly, the response has been really good. I'm not trying to brag. Maybe I am. I don't know, but especially I put it in the frame of me potentially rapping, not officially, potentially. You know, it was really nice to see that the climb that I had, because I looked at the data comparisons to some other content creators, and like I ramped up really fast. I got a lot of love from the community, and that felt so good. And it's just so amazing that I could be that for y'all. And I appreciate every one of you, because, you know, the people around me that support me are the ones that put me in this position. This is nothing without you. So thank you very much for watching. I don't think I want, we'll re-roll this one. I also don't want that. That's the last time I'm going to re-roll, and hopefully this is good. Sure, Myrtleider. Well, let's go with it. So thank you. I think it's been a lot of fun. It has. There's been some ups, there's been some downs. I've tried to keep it positive the whole time, even when I wasn't happy, even when I was struggling with the game. I try to keep it positive because why would you want to tune in for me just constantly complaining, constantly bitching, like always being negative? I think it's about sharing some good mentality and trying to actually build you up and have little pro tips. Laugh along the way, like play stupid things. Maybe I was role playing sometimes. There's definitely times when it was not like quality content that's going to build you up and make you better. Sometimes it was just me dicking around, but I was still enjoying it. And that's what I wanted. I wanted you to be able to enjoy it with me if you like those episodes. Maybe not. I don't know. I stopped role playing and not a lot of people said much, but there was a few actually, and I appreciate you for it. Let's re-roll that. Spin the wheel. All right, let's do it again. Perfect. Okay, let's just say Tearjerker Island. See? There you go. What else is new? Oh, we got foils too. I will say, and this is, I've thrown a lot of shit at Kong in the first half of the video. I know I put in a little weird spot with the whole controversy, and this is going to be the good side because I do think that they launched foils correctly. They gave us a taste for free with the Archer card, and I don't like these. And then they gave you the free foil, let you see how it works, let you kind of see what it does, and they pretty much said, like, first taste is free if you want another one that's going to cost you. I think it's a good approach. And they launched something that technically was play-to-play, but also non-consequential as far as strategic advantage. So I would take it. I think that was a good approach. And honestly, I'm not excited about foils. I actually necessarily don't like them, but I think they were launched correctly. I'm here for a strategic advantage. There's nothing that's just like, ooh, shiny cards. Ooh, pretty. Like, I'm not going to go ham for those. And if I change my tune in the future, feel free to throw this clip at me and hit me with the minute mark to shame me for that. Those are all older. Sterling House was newer, I guess. Toilet Friend, yeah, Presidential Penis Museum. I said it. I gotta keep up with my word. 13. We haven't checked the deck once. That's crazy. Space Sewer Surfer. I think I'm gonna go with that. I really don't like that. The old Addicted card, the Cigar Bomb one, and that changed too. The Hyper to Addicted, I think, makes no sense. Like, is it just more PC, more friendly to say that it's hyper instead of addicted? But at the end of the day, all those cards are still drugs, bro. Like, they're all drugs. All those combos are still drugs. Like, it doesn't make sense. You have to go deeper into this change if you actually fundamentally want to do it. But, yeah. Okay. Mirror West. Why? Why not? Not why. Why not is what I meant. Kinda just, I'm gonna re-roll it. 50 gems out the window. Ooh, HR Dolphin. Hello. I haven't gotten a lot of you. I haven't gotten like any of you. Maybe I got some in the new one, but Trial Helmet I actually am building. I'm gonna go Trial Helmet. I know that's like one of the only times I've ever broken that new is best rule. Purity Sword, we'll just take you. I think Armed is coming up next. Have not been paying too close attention, but I do know that the next Mega Quest started, so it's very easy just to confirm that. Let's re-roll. Let's re-roll again. And we're going to take Boxing Ring, of course. Why wouldn't we? And coming up next, we're going to take Krieger Cleanse. Oh, was the other one Boombox? That kind of would have worked. It's music right now, isn't it? Murderlator, Purity Sword. I already got one of each, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There you go. Real strategic. Ah, yeah, Christmas Cigar Bomb. Like, what's hyper about that? Doesn't make sense. We're gonna go Prosthetic Slap. And I'll do Hooked on Feline. It makes Snake Scarf Bob. I use it a lot. Ooh, Evil Monkey or reroll. Let's just waste some gems. Oh, you know what? I should just drop some gems too. There is that one-man band box that's pretty decent, and no, that's just me being wasteful. I'm gonna hold off on spending gems. We're not gonna do a box today. I already have a bunch of those. I hate everything here. I mean, Karaoke Principle isn't bad, but I'm maxed out on Bender and Planet Express ship, so I don't need any more. It's not that I actually hate Bender. I just don't need any more of him. I also don't like my options. I will take Bop with a Clone. Not a huge fan of those rerolls. The rerolls kind of suck sometimes. Um, okay, let's see if the rerolls get any better. This is a scientific experiment about rerolls. God damn, these suck. All right, last one. I will pick Karaoke. Boom. And that's it. Okay, we've come a long way. Let's move into legendary Power Stones. I said it right that time. Legendary. We do have to check these. With PCs, if I'm going to continue playing, I can't just pick PCs willy-nilly. I have more leeway with legs. So I really want to go Dog Peter. I think I have him, but I've said that before, and I'm wrong all the time on what I have for PCs, and I am incorrect. So there's Francine and Jeff. Do I have Francine? Let's look at the... Was that Ecstasy, Francine? Was that Ecstasy? Okay, so I don't have... Yeah, Ecstasy, Francine. We're just gonna go... shit, knowing my luck, I'm gonna have Jeff. We're gonna go Drunk. I do. God, oh, he's quadded. All right, I don't care then. We're gonna go Dog Peter. Okay, next one. Give me something good. Give me something good. Tell me. I think I Coco Jean, otherwise Pie Addict Chris. Even though it says addict. I'm really, I don't know why I'm so sore on that one. It makes no sense. It was Drunk and Hyper. Shout it out if you see it. Just tell me at any time, because I've almost forgotten what the cards were. I'm just going to go with Jean, I guess. I'm going to say Jean. Jean. Boom. Hopefully I didn't miss it. Credit Card Joe? Nun Peggy. Oh, Nun Peggy does get used. Let's just see. Skies. Nun Peggy. I already got a quad. Let's just go Credit Card Joe. It depends how good the options are, I guess, is how much I'll check into it. Like Chainsaw Hank is good, but was good back in the day. I don't think it holds up now. And then Tranquilized Dale. Very hyper when you're tranquilized. Just going to go with Brian. Last minute chopper for the win. Ooh. Alright, so Drunk and Armed. Let's just check, but I'm pretty sure I have none of these. We're going to go hyper. I'm going to be better about this. Drunk, Armed. That's music. Armed. And... I don't recall seeing anyone. I'm gonna go with Spray and Pray. Tina's Distraction. I don't remember that holding up too good when I've tried it, making the combo in hyper. Oktoberfest definitely gets utilized. Old Timey Boxer. Yeah, we'll just drop it. I felt a lot stronger about this. I'm gonna go Birthday Bash. I felt a whole lot stronger about checking each one at the start of these pulls, and I do not seem to be holding as strong here. So we're just gonna trust our gut as much as possible. Again, I normally want to be strategic, but there is this part of my brain that says, well, what does it matter? It's fine. Just pick it. If there was like a crazy card at the end of the day, like if we were talking, you know, if this is PK or if this is Gambler Con or something along those lines, of course I'm going to check. But I don't feel like I've gotten any of those. Perfect Husband isn't bad, but I know I don't have anything on it. I think I have Christmas Tree. And we already checked Drunk Jeff. This is the last one. Oh, one-man band. This is going to be the start of a quad. Do I have any Galleon Bender? Let's check that. Nope. G passed, and I don't see you, so we're going to say no. No, we don't. One-man band. Just in case. And there we go. Now we're into Mythic. So we're going to pull 4 more of the Super Mythic Stones. If I get Ray, I'm going to stop. And then after that, we're going to drain through all 3 of the Mythic objects and go from there. Check my audio settings. All right, good. It's good. We're half an hour in, and I'm like, oh, did I set up the audio right? It's been a while. What are we looking at? So I always first like to look at the health because I want to try to get those Mythics up in overall strength. And then I try to look at the level that they're at. All pretty close health-wise. I'd be able to get the most squeeze out of Cleveland, technically, but I think I might go Lois, because I love Lois. Good combos across the board. All right. 3 more, unless we get Ray. So we get a shiny Louise. Ooh, look how shiny she is. Like a different kind of gold. It's whatever. I feel like I'm going to go Jeff because Jeff is the least upgraded, even though he has shit ton of health. I could get a little bit more on Peggy. No, let's just do Jeff. Hefe, let's go. Oh, I also have a new Mythic to claim. I think I have 2 more. This is 1 and then 1 more. I want to go... Hermes, you so low on your health. Your health is shit. We're doing that. Elite Card Master Challenge last round. I did win, so there is 1 more to claim. Bullock, not something I would say a year ago, but they fix his combos. They made him better. That was another thing I did appreciate. They are buffing old cards, which actually makes free-to-play players a little bit more competitive. But with 35 PC card walls, that's another frustrating thing. All the whales change to 35 PC walls, and that just is so freaking annoying. That's also why I don't have any patience for Arena. There's just long, drawn-out battles. And then I lose in technicality because I can literally make it to the end and not be able to break through the wall, but I have 100% health, and they still give them the win. Like, it's not even a push at that point, and it's just annoying. 1 more. I think I lied. Shit, I really want Ray. Who we gonna get? Who we gonna pick? Maybe Bobby, maybe Steve. Definitely not Boomhauer. Let's pick Bobby. That's an original song. Let's finish this thing out. We get 3, nothing new, but I like me some art, so we're gonna go with buffing that up. Plus, it's the lowest health-wise, so I feel good about that decision. Room for improvement. That card definitely had it. The room for improvement. There was room for improvement on that card. Soda Celebrations I use decently and lower health, so we'll do that. Plus, I like that it has enlarge. Keeps it, obviously the low health, is changed by that. New. Mr. Fish Odor. Wow, never upgraded that thing. All these are older. Let's just do Karaoke Principle. Get that new. Cool. Yeah, I should have. I think I definitely go through. There it is again. Showed her twice. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's gonna be it. I am gonna just drain my Nixons. No, we're gonna get the Mythics. I'm gonna do those, and then we will drain my Nixons. So I'm just going to get this one, the HR Dolphin, which I turned down on the last one. I guess I do have something for it, probably a quad from winning. And then the Siege and stuff. I have upgrades here. I'm not going to bore you with that, so I'll pause, upgrade all those. Let's get into the basic ones, and we'll wrap it up and go from there. Okay, we're back. I literally cleaned up my whole deck, so this is the end. Let's go ahead and do 2 pulls. I'm going to pull this, clean up, and come back. We'll do it again, see if we get any perp, and then we will do one more special thing, seeing as I promised no edits, and we will bring this thing to a close. I seriously thank you for watching. I know I've been off for a while, so I appreciate it. I'm going to break and I'll finish that. Thank you. All right, let's do it again. But no, I appreciate it. I know that it's been a while. I also expect that the YouTube algorithm is not going to be too kind to me because normally the few times I've taken off and come back after a few weeks, it's kind of been shit, and it's something you build back up to. So not a lot of people might see this. Who knows? But if you do, thank you for making it. And if you made it this far, I really do appreciate you. Best of luck on your hits, on your pulls, whatever it might be. And I'll be seeing you soon, but just not 100% when. I said no edits, so this is the last thing we're going to be moving, and bear with me. I'm doing this the laziest way possible, but here it is. All right, peace.